gonna wait until people start getting on here. My kids are being withheld from me. Hello, everyone. Just gonna wait a second longer. Yeah, I'm very serious. Okay. I'm just gonna start with why I divorced Korra. What made me post what I posted? What made me emotionally lose control? And there's only one thing that can make me do that, and that's my kids. And nothing else. So, many of you know, well, I divorced Korra because we got into an argument. And Korra says things to hurt me sometimes. And she repeatedly told me that she regretted June ever being born. And I asked her to stop saying that. And June was in my arms crying. And she repeatedly said it over and over again. I called my mother, who will testify this in court, that she would kept saying it over and over and again. And I said, you can't say this to June. She understands what you're saying. June's crying. I attempted to take June out of the room, and I said, you can't be around your daughter if you're saying this type of stuff. And she came across the room, my mom's on the phone, will testify this in court, and violently ripped June out of my hands, and very close dislocated June's shoulder. That was when I posted online that I was divorcing my wife and I can't be treated this way anymore. When I went live and said, say it again, it was that she regretted June being born. So fast forward, many of you reached out to me, and I have talked to an attorney. And I can't see my kids right now, and I'm asking for public support because I love my kids. 2 days ago, many of you reached out to me and asked me to go get the kids because she was being negligent. When she was inside the sink, there's a garbage disposal in that sink, within reach of June's foot. So she was putting her foot in the sink, and there was a garbage disposal, and she could have easily mangled her foot. And then, as you know, his head was drooping, and she was like getting her airway choked off. And I communicated this, and she ignored me. I called her, she hung up on me. So, at legal counsel, I went and got my kids for the last 2 days to protect her, because many of you were reaching out to me and saying that they were going to call child services, which would not be the first time child services was called for negligence. So I went and got my kids and explained to her why I was taking control of the kids. I was not withholding her, and I had no intention of keeping the kids from her. Today I had to work because we haven't found a nanny yet, and I asked her to watch the kids for a little bit, and she agreed. And I said, I will be taking the kids back to my house. And when I got there, her friends handed me a pile of papers, and the police were there. Well, it showed up later. She falsely filed. So I can't see my kids for, it looks like a month. because she's trying to hurt me. I love my kids. They're my life. And men don't cry, but I am. Just for my kids. So, yeah. That's why I'm divorcing Korra, because she used the kids to hurt me, and I thought that was wrong. And I didn't want Athena to go through the same things that June's endured the last few years. So now, with this, I was going to split custody with Korra, and now I'm taking full custody. I'm going to fight her. Everything I'm saying here is true. I'm saying no false lies. This is why I divorced Korra, because she hurt June. I didn't cheat on her. I do not have a mistress. No other reasons. I really wanted my family to work. And whoever says they should have a restraining order on me because I'm too emotional, that's heartless. You should be ashamed of yourself. I can't get my kids. She put a restraining order on me against the kids and falsely said that I assaulted her, which is not true. It's absolutely not true. But my mother will testify in court that she physically assaulted my daughter because she was on the phone. So I'm asking you, because this is the only power I have right now, to help me see the errors in her ways. I'm a good father. She said it on her Facebook that I'm a good father and that we were co-parenting, all the while getting a restraining order on me and making false claims about my character that just are not true. Okay. Audrey? The switch within reach. I can tell you how disabling it is to not have a big toe. So I hope you don't have, I hope that you reconsider, and I'm blocking you now. You don't mess with my kids. You don't assault my kids, and you don't use my kids to hurt me. I just want my kids back, so. Okay, Kimmy, you think I'm crying wolf? I want my kids. We're blocked. There's nothing wrong with shedding tears for your kids. But that's not part of your culture, I don't care. This is hard for me. Look, I don't cry often. And I don't care if you guys judge me. I don't care if you guys think I'm chasing clout. I don't care if you guys think I'm trying to be famous. I'm not. I never wanted the social media stuff. It was forced upon me. And now that it's here, I'm going to use it to help get my kids back. Because that's all I care about. And I have all the evidence I need to get full custody of these kids. I wasn't going to use it. I wasn't going to bring it out in court. I was trying to co-parent Korra in peace and harmony for the betterment of her children. And now she's showing me that she can't work together she can't put the kids first. She definitely has assaulted my daughter. She ripped her out of my arm and I felt her shoulders pop out of the socket. That's why I divorced her. You can hit me, you can stab me, you can threaten my life, but you do not do it to my kids. You think I'm starting drama, Daniela? You can kindly be blocked. This is not the first time we've had this. We have had child services called before because of a mental health altercation with her. And I had to sign an affidavit with the state, meaning that she would not be alone with the kids until evaluated by a healthcare practitioner. She was, but she wouldn't let me see the results. To hurt Korra, I'm not doing this for anything other than I just want my kids back. Shakira, nothing she's saying here can be used against me in court. I assure you, this is all true. If she says something untrue against me, and I will sue her for slander. But everything I'm saying is true and provable. Most importantly, I do have an affidavit and I can prove it. She did assault my daughter, and my mom, who has been nothing but loving and caring and supportive of Korra, heard it. If I could settle these differences outside the camera, I would have, and I tried for years. Tried. She didn't do it to me because she doesn't want people to know this truth. She didn't retaliate because she doesn't want people to know these facts. And I wouldn't have said these facts. But you hold my kids from me, and I will, because my kids are my life. I keep hearing married is not a bed of roses. I agree. Every relationship takes time, patience, courage, and communication. I didn't have that. I'm trying to co-parent. I really am. I'm trying to cooperate, but you withhold me from my kids. It's unforgivable. I didn't do that to her. I took the kids for a few days so she understood that people were going to call child services, and I explained that to her, and as a result, she falsely made claims on a domestic violence thing that's not true. I never assaulted her. I'm not going to play it because that can get me in trouble, but I have audio recording of her saying this, and I will play it in court. I'm not working anything out with Korra. I'm a father of girls. That kind of behavior can't be normalized in my house because they will go marry men that treat them that way. And they will think it's normal. And that's what it means to be married and family. That's not what it means. Social media can help me. You guys can all put pressure on her to stop withholding the kids from me. That's why I'm here. And that's the only reason. Help me get my kids back. Because I don't want my kids' foot chopped off in a garbage disposal. And right now, I can't go see them because I will get arrested. Thank you, Sandra. I'm not a perfect father, but I try my best. Has anybody ever seen? I don't care what you think of me. I don't care if you guys think I'm trying to be famous. I'm not. I just help people. I just help people get out of pain and get their lives back. And that's what drives me. I'm a giver. And I would have never done this if she didn't use my kids against me. I'm not trying to be anything other than get my kids back. What made her say that about my daughter? We got into an argument where I was trying to communicate. We get into an argument all the time because anytime I tried to speak with her, she just brings up the past, names I've called her or anything else, and I keep kind of saying, Athena, I think like we need to stop this. And honestly, there's nothing I should say or do that should make her say she regrets her daughter being born in front of her daughter. And for days she was saying this. And this is not like a one-time instance. This was for days. Yeah, my family has been in the public eye. And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that those of you that thought we were ideal family. I'm just really sorry that those of you that feel left down, that we were living the idea of a perfect marriage. I felt guilty about that for a long time, honestly. I'm not asking for advice. I'm not asking strangers for advice. I'm asking for help to get my children back. That's it. That's it. Wow. Please don't bring up race. This has nothing to do with race. I'm scared. I'm scared. She's been threatening to take them out of the country. And now that I can't go see them, I'm really afraid that she's going to ditch the country and take my kids to Nigeria so that I can't see them anymore. And those of you that are questioning, I love Korra. I did. I don't know if I do anymore, but I would have done anything for her. Sure, she didn't treat me well, but I took my marriage vows seriously, actually. Look, I don't want you, please don't bash her. Just, I want my kids back. This is the platform. This is the only power I have left to get my kids back. I have no shame. I don't care what anyone thinks of me. I don't care if you guys think I'm an emotional, unstable man. I want my kids back. That's it. And this is the only thing I have left. I'm just gonna start blocking people that, like, if you want to accuse me of things, just unfollow me, please. I'm not trying to destroy anything. I want my kids back. That's it. Wow. I have to blame myself for not being as might seem my kids. Wow. I'm just gonna block you, Christine. That's just heartless, man. I will let the judge have the last say, but I'm not gonna wait a month to see my kids. I'm not going to. Look, everything I'm saying here is true. I can't get in trouble for any of these things that I'm saying because they're absolutely 100% true and provable. Okay? And I'll say them again in court. I'm not trying to slander her name. I'm trying to get my kids back. That's it. I need my kids. They need me. I'm the rock, and they're mine. I'm not sending people to attack. I'm sending people to beg for my kids back. Do not withhold them from me. I don't need social media to give me custody. I'll get that by myself. I have all the evidence and everything I need. I'm asking for help to make her see reason. That's it. That's it. If you don't want to help, kindly get off this, unfollow me, block me. I don't need you. Man, the amount of negativity on here is it's really quite shocking. It's really quite shocking. Wow. I have seen a specialist. Thank you, Irish. You are now blocked. Some of you have been following Korra and I since China. And those of you who have been here longer than just Athena's birth know that I gave everything for my family and I did everything I could to help Korra achieve in her career. She had 40,000 followers when I met her. I asked her to quit her job in China so that we could travel the city in film so she could pursue her career. That's the kind of husband I was to her. Can you guys hear me? Somebody said I was muted. Can you guys hear me? Yes or no? Look, I don't need your advice. I don't need you bashing. Don't want you to bash me or bash her. I want my kids back. That's it. This is the only thing I have left. She's keeping the kids from me to hurt me, and no other reason. I'm a great father. She said so on her live just yesterday. She said so on her live because she didn't want you guys to know that I took the kids. Okay, I don't have anything else to say. I can't reach out to her because that would violate the restraining order. There's a few minutes back that you were on mute. Yeah, she was saying I was a great dad a couple days ago. At the same time, she was making a restraining order so that I couldn't see my kids. And that, as she has threatened many times before, she's going to take them and go to Nigeria so I can never see them again. So this is all I have to prevent that. I'm not trying to take the kids away from her. I'm trying to stop my kids from leaving this country so I never see them again. It's not postpartum. She's been acting like this since 2018. Look. To recap, I'm going to say this one more time. One more time. I took the kids 2 days ago because many of you in the social services sector or psychologists were reaching out to me saying, you need to go get your kids or I'm going to call child services. And I reached out to her and let her know. And anytime I tried to say anything to her, she would hang up on me or I went to get my kids 2 days ago. You guys have seen them on live here with me. Canceled all my patients, lost a bunch of money, and gave her a few days to see that that was a problem. And I talked to her today and I said, would you like to be with the kids for a little bit today while I go work? And then I'm going to pick them up and come back so that you get a break, so you can regain yourself. And then, while I was here with the kids, she filed a restraining order against me, making false claims of domestic violence that are not true. And I never physically assaulted her. Zero truth to that. And now I can't see my kids. What did I do? Nothing. Nothing. Arguing, yelling at each other is not that. She just gets permissions from the courts to come out of the country. If we're divorced, but if she does it quickly, no, she doesn't. Because she takes June out of the country to go to Nigeria all the time. It's only if we're divorced, and that's not long enough in the tooth for that to matter. I left them so that she would stop. I left them so that my kids would no longer see us arguing in front of them. And I left because I'm not the one breastfeeding. So I didn't abandon my kids. She doesn't speak about this because she doesn't want the truth to be known. What mother physically assaults their child? If you support that, kindly unfollow me. All right, I have nothing else to say. The amount of like irrationality on here of people like making this my fault is absolutely atrocious, and it's very, very hurtful. So, my God, I just want my kids. Please help me. Please help me.